Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you everybody? I hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I also fine, Alhamdulillah. Today, I am going to take an online class for the student of class 10, subject Islam and Moral Education, chapter 1, lesson 14, topic The Stages of Life in Akhirat, Death and Grave, part 1. I am Indy Abdul Salam, Senior Teacher, Iskar School and College, Patna. Look at the image below and think. Can you guess this image indicates to his life? The condition of death and the life of grave. Dear student, our today's topic, the stages of life of Akhirat, death and grave. Now, learning outcome. After this lesson, student will be able to know about the definition of death and grave. Will be able to explain about the condition of death and its importance. Will be able to analyze the life of grave and be cautious in the abundant life about that. Now the introduction. Akhirat is the next life. The life after death is termed as Akhirat. That life is everlasting and unending. That life has no end. Akhirat or the next life has a good number of stages. We shall briefly know about the different levels or phases of Akhirat. Now the stages of life of Akhirat. First stage, death. Next, grave. Next, Qiyamah. Next, Hashr. Next, Mizan. Next, Sirat. Next, Shafaat. Next, Jannat and Jahannam. Now the death and its importance. Akhirat or the next life start with death. So, death is the gate to next life. Allah the Most High has determined the death of all living creatures. He says, Kullu nafsin ja'ikatil maut, meaning every living being must experience the taste of death. Surah Al-Imran, Ayat 185. Do you know what happens to your body after death? After 3 days, nails start to fall off. After 4 days, hairs decay. After 5 days, rain melt vigorously. After 6 days, stomach melt out from mouth. After 60 days, flesh is separated from bones and becomes acidic. No living creature will escape death. Small or big, rich or poor, healthy or sick, ruler and ruled, none will be able to avert death. One should die at the fixed hour, not withstanding processing image power and living in a well-protected residence. Beside this, the death of other animals is also inevitable. Allah the Most High says, أينما تكونوا يدريكم الموت ولو كنتم في بروج مشيدة, meaning, whatever you stay there shall catch hold of you, even if you take your place in a high or strong tower. Surah An-Nisa, Ayat 78. Life of Akhirat starts right from death. A virtuous man embraces death with Allah's mercy, and the death of sinner is painful. The triumph from death till resurrection is called the life of the grave. It is also called Farjak. Allah the Most High alludes to it. وَمِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ بَرْزَخٌ إِلَى يَوْمٍ يُبْعَثُونَ, meaning, and they will head towards the Barzakh till the day of resurrection. Surah Al-Mu'minun, Ayat 100. However, the Barzakh life, this means the middle phase between two objects, the time between mortal death and the Qiyamah or the resurrection. This time starts with the death of human being. The first stage of Akhirat is grave or Barzakh life. In this life, the virtuous peoples or person will enjoy the heavenly happiness, and the sinner will suffer the torments of hell. After the earthly life ends, man is placed in the grave. Then two angels of the name of Munkar and Nakir visit the grave. They will ask three questions to the buried man. The questions are: Man Rabbuk? Who is your Lord? Oma Dinuk? What is your faith or religion? Oman Nabiyuk? Who is your prophet? Or Oman Hada Rajul? Who is this person or man? Pointing to the messengers, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, those who are not buried will also be asked three questions. Those who have led their earthly life according to Islam will be able to give correct answer to this question. For them, the life in grave will be peaceful. And those who have not followed Islam will not be able to give proper answer to all these questions. They will say, alas, we don't know. La adri, la adri. They will suffer punishment their life in grave. Now the Homer Every living being must experience the taste of death. Explain the ayat of Holy Quran. Allah Hafiz.